to A Link to the Past. In the last part, we were in that one place, and in this part, we're in the Light World for some reason.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what I'm doing is throwing
fast.
rupees into the Pond of Happiness yet again to get more bombs and or more
Don't
arrows.
feel like it.
Great luck.
The great good luck.
The great good place.
Remember that?
Yeah, when we took our trip to Japan, we went to this one park, and its slogan was, in English, the great good place.
Oh, yeah. I still like that one restaurant. That was, it was the curry restaurant.
Oh,
that was
yeah.
just called Curry is a Drink.
Okay, hold on. Let's talk context first. So we were planning on we were out with a friend of mine, Nolan, who I've mentioned a few times, and also named the Pidgeot after in the Pokemon Yellow commentary. And he had been studying abroad in Japan for the year. And he decided to take us to this curry place that he likes. That was called, hold on, I think it was like Karewa Nomimono. I believe that's what he said it was called. And thanks to my limited knowledge of the Japanese language, I was able to translate that directly to curry is a drink.
And then our good friend explained to us that the meaning of that is the curry is so good you could drink the sauce.
Yes, it's supposed to be meant like that.
But,
here we are in the Ice Palace, by the way.
Sometimes I'll wake up. Oh, hey, look at that. Sometimes I wake up in the morning, I kind of get a late start to the day, and I'm like, oh man, I'm really groggy, so I just make myself a nice mug of curry sauce.
Actually, that sounds amazing.
And just fucking
no
drink
joke.
it. It's not as good as you'd expect. Curry is really good to, use a spoon and eat. It is not fun to drink.
Oh.
Unless it's, really good.
I love it. I like the one from Coco Ichiban, yeah. That was so good.
Ah! The thing in the wall was actually not just a thing in the wall, it was a monster.
Who would have guessed?
So yeah, you
Monsters are
can see, those are the icy floors that are slippery as fuck.
They look like...
See how slippery it is?
Wow. Oh, wow.
They
were very meticulously placed.
Yeah, well, pretty much everything in a Zelda dungeon is meticulously placed.
Good point.
Okay, so anyway, that was my...
maliciously placed?
Oh,
wait,
nope.
What'd he say?
I thought you said maliciously placed, and I'm pretty sure both of those, would hold up in a court.
Yeah,
well, I guess you're right.
They're both true.
I guess.
So anyway, that was my first time having curry ever. Well,
Really?
these duck things just kind of dived in and then died.
Actually, yeah, I guess being in Japan was... No, it was not. My mom used to make me curry.
Okay, but yeah, it was the first time I ever had curry, and, so, I decided that I wanted to have, it was one of those places where, you get to choose the spiciness, from a number from 0 to 20.
Oh, yeah.
This wasn't it Coco Curry, was it?
No, it was,
this was the other place. Okay.
It was curry as a drink.
Okay.
Okay, and, right. So, yeah, it was the spiciness level, but from, 0 to 20. So I went with 4, because I didn't want anything particularly spicy. However, I also didn't want to be a baby in this case. However, even 4 was too spicy for me, so all that ended up doing was make me dread what 20 was like.
To be fair, that was some spicy curry.
That place was because the Japanese don't normally make their spicy that curry. Wait,
right?
Their curry that spicy?
No, they don't. They really don't. That's why I was like, this place is unique.
Okay, I'm just gonna use.
Yeah, no, I remember.
These guys go away.
I ordered a 5 or a 6 because I was like, I can handle spicy, so I'll get a 5. And so I got the 5, and like I could handle it, but like, oh my god.
I could only just barely handle the 4.
Yeah, it took a little bit of water for me. It was
Carrie,
really
what
good
did
curry,
you
though.
what did you get?
What?
I
Did
think
you
I
just
got a...
fuck? Oh, you got asking Carrie. I think you asked me like what meat I got, and I was like,
No.
how would I remember?
No.
I
I
think
meant
I got a
what
4.
you also went with 4. Okay.
Yeah, and it was much spicier than I expected it to be. And then 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 when we went to Coco Curry, it was just like it was
Yeah,
really good, mind you, but it was like normal spicy.
This is no regular spicy.
Right. Anyway,
Wrong.
yeah, like the experience of going to Japan was certainly a nice one, and just I just can't wait to see what other kinds of stories we could have if we go again.
Bathhouse.
Evan,
that
actually,
was so good that like
oh,
I feel
the
like my
bathhouse
entire
was
soul
so good.
was rejuvenated and not just my body.
Yeah, that bathhouse was nice too, and like actually like Carrie and I agreed that next time we go, we're considering staying at the hotel from the same branch as the one we stayed at, but near that bathhouse.
That's fair. That's
It
totally
made
fair.
it made my hips feel so much better. Just imagine like I destroyed my hips for like 2 months after that trip, and I
Did they
probably
lie?
could have reduced it by thanks, Will. And I probably could have reduced that amount of destruction by like 1/2 at least had I gone to that bathhouse every day.
But yeah, when the money and availability is right, we will all go again, and we will bring Gabe with us this time.
Yeah.
Gib.
Oh, hey, it's Papyrus!
Whoa! Jesus Christ!
Our Lord and Savior, have mercy upon us. What?
You have to destroy it with bombs. It said on the wall there, you cannot destroy the skeleton knight with your sword alone.
Well, that's, I guess, a fair thing to say.
What about 2 swords?
Evan.
Because it has dry bones logic to it, as you can see.
Held together by a thin layer of memes.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so Evan, I actually might be trying to learn Japanese.
Hey, that's neato.
For Kendo.
Ah.
Oh yeah, so you can understand the other 2/3 of what was said during your convention you went to.
Yeah,
Well, how many
so, like,
languages have you tried to learn at this point, though?
You know, I've only like officially started learning 2, but like independent study, like just like too many to even justify.
Like there was a while where you were desperately trying to learn Russian.
I don't know if desperately would be the
I
case.
remember when you were learning Arabic.
I would have loved to continue Arabic, but my university only offers it online. And Arabic is one of those languages that's so different from mine that I would need like a in-classroom discussion thing to help me practice.
When it came to studying,
is difficult.
when it came to studying Japanese, I like plateaued completely in a classroom alone.
Yeah,
Hey,
I feel like I learned
nice
most of my
edit there.
German on my own, honestly.
Well, you know, I fucking hate this place, so that's why I had a guide on hand.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. I like how those doors look like mouths, so it's like you're getting eaten whenever you go through a door.
Hey, don't say that so loud. That's a fetish, you know.
Technically, if we weren't allowed to talk about things that are fetishes, we wouldn't be allowed to talk.
You know, we wouldn't be allowed to talk about feet.
Or anything.
No.
That actually kind of reminds me of that one thing I heard about Victorian London, where you weren't allowed to say leg.
I've never heard of this.
I haven't either, to be honest.
No, apparently, I don't know, it was like some class I was in, I don't remember which one, I don't remember which history class it was.
Probably a dumb one.
But they said to me that, like, you weren't allowed to say leg, and this, like, even includes, like, legs on, like, a table.
Whoa!
Weird.
The British are kind of weird.
But I mean, like, honestly, like, our thoughts on, like, what needs to be censored have been heavily toned down over the years. Like, remember when showing off ankles was, considered...
Well, that was also when intense Christianity, like, not intense. I'm gonna use the word intense for the lack of a better term. Fuck you, I don't need to justify anything. Intense Christianity was, like...
Intense Christianity.
99.99% of the population.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I kind of get what you're saying, but this was also, like, going into, like, the 1910s and whatnot.
But it also goes to show that, like, our perception of what's sexualized is often socially conditioned, too.
I mean, yeah.
No, I mean,
As far-
obviously not completely.
Well, I mean, to be
but,
honest,
like,
you really can sexualize just about anything.
you totally can. And you can condition yourself to sexualize things that you didn't previously sexualize, too.
The only thing that I'm, like, convinced is, like, naturally sexualized is, like, the goobs and poons.
Yeah. Which, I mean, by definition, they're sexualized because that's their primary function.
Honestly, they really should be.
Yeah, because that's the point of them.
If they're not, like, damn. We made it so far without any help.
Oh, wow, that shot, like, chocolate milk or something.
It's a ghosty boy. Look at him with the fists and the whatnot. Check it out.
Ooh, it's like a scorpion without a long tail.
You know? It's not.
You know
I mean,
what, Will?
What I
You're right.
was saying, like, is sexualization is like, to an extent, is necessary in a sense, just because of, like, the requirement of reproduction.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, not.
Doesn't necessarily explain gay people, but yeah, I see it.
You know, we were not trying to explain gay people.
We were not.
I know. I know.
I'm just. I blame the Catholics.
I've always wondered about that, though. Like, what's the purpose of gay people?
Some people are just gay.
You know, like, in terms of reproduction and, like...
Oh, man, I don't know.
Like, why...
I think you're overestimating... I think you're overestimating, like... our brains and our evolution.
No, totally.
I don't think everything that humans do is perfectly good for evolution.
Oh, absolutely. As long as it's satisfactory enough to get to continue the reproduction of the species, then it's kind of a free-for-all.
As long as humanity stays alive, it's okay.
And so, yeah, exactly. And so it's like, if we have...
basically
as long as
selection.
not 100% of our population is homosexual, or... Actually, it doesn't even matter. As long as we somehow have kids, like...
Yeah.
Because I guess you could do the thing where, like, everyone's gay, but then, like, you do, you know, like a gay couple and a lesbian couple will, like, do something.
No, if everybody's gay, then...
They'll have sex, is, like, what they do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
or sometimes not. Sometimes they'll, like, do, like, a...
In vitro fertilization.
Artificial insemination.
Well, I mean,
it's probably...
If, like, I was gonna say, if literally everybody was, like, became gay, like, that still wouldn't even guarantee, like, extinction, because, like, that we have things like the sperm bank and stuff.
Yeah, we can do artificial insemination. It's just, as long as we stay alive, like, nothing will change.
Yeah.
And there hasn't been, like, a real evolutionary reason to eliminate homosexuality.
No,
Absolutely.
there isn't.
And so, like... I'm not gonna say it's a fluke, because that feels like the wrong word, but
That feels like it would piss off a lot of people.
It doesn't damage the species.
Exactly, and
So,
I've considered that. Yeah, I've considered that too in terms of why childbirth is so painful and can often be fatal for women. But like, so it's like why you would think first you would think, well, why hasn't evolution and natural selection made it easier and less painful for women to give birth? But it's like, you know, it still has resulted in the continuation of our species, so it hasn't really needed to, unfortunately. So yeah.
As long as we can get to like the at least 2 kids per couple.
Yeah.
Because if every woman died in childbirth, then slowly the numbers would dwindle.
Yeah, that would,
Yes.
That would be bad, honestly.
Yeah, that would.
But I mean,
that would
like,
not be good.
I feel like we're at that point where like medical technology has come so far that that's just such a rare case at this point.
Actually, I don't know how rare it is.
It's not very rare, unfortunately.
I wouldn't call it common either, though.
No, I would not say it's common.
I know.
There goes Will typing.
I know in the case of me and my brother doing it in certain circumstances, there was no pain. Because numbing was required.
Oh, yeah.
Epidural. God, giving birth sounds terrifying.
Yeah. Honestly,
How
anything
did
that's...
you know? Go ahead.
Honestly, anything that just that's just supposed to be super painful sounds terrifying, so,
Right.
you know, it kind of makes sense.
So the statistics I'm looking at right now, 7.2 women per 100,000 births.
Is that worldwide?
U.S. only.
Okay.
But that's 1987.
Honestly, I've read, and you'd have to fact check me on the statistics specifically, but that the maternal mortality rate is in the United States, like if you are looking in terms of first world nations, is abysmal, or at least definitely much lower than a lot of the other more wealthy.
Yeah, well, it's apparently going up.
Nations.
So remember that number I told you for 1987?
Mm-hmm.
In 2009 and 2011, it went up to 17.8.
And it's crazy too when you look at
more than doubling.
Yeah, and it's nuts when you look at different like economic classes and racial classes, and if you just look in terms of different groups of people, it's amazing the difference, and it's kind of sad, really.
I mean, like, class differences are still like super strong.
Yeah, for sure. I love how you have to pull the tongue of that thing.
Yeah, it's like...
Open up the doors. It's pretty funny.
You know, if somebody pulled my tongue, I would not open a door for them.
In fact, you would probably lock it just to spite them.
Actually, no.
I would
probably open the door so that they can, like, fucking leave.
Right, and then
I don't want them pulling on my tongue
and
anymore.
then lock it. I suppose if you're an immobilized statue, then you don't have much choice.
I don't really have much thought either, though. This episode has had a variety of discussions.
It really has. It really has.
That's Smash Team Games for you.
I was supposed to, tomorrow after my doctor's appointment, I was supposed to go to my tattoo artist, and she's supposed to work on the roses on my arm some more. But apparently she just emailed me and said that she has a back injury and I have to reschedule my appointment to next week. I hope she gets better.
Oh, damn.
I have a couple more appointments, and then my roses will be done. I have, for those, obviously, who cannot see me, I have roses going from my shoulder all the way to my wrist on my right arm, and I have probably a couple more sessions before they'll be done, so I am excited.
That's, I always forget that you have tattoos.
I have quite a few.
Because you don't come across as somebody who would have a tattoo.
Yeah.
Although, to be fair, like...
I think it's kind of fun to be that kind of person.
I guess, yeah.
Who, like, you wouldn't expect to have a tattoo, and it's like, oh, wow, she has, like, a chest tattoo in all of her right arm, and, like, some on her left arm.
Yeah. It's just it definitely has like a shock factor to it. You died.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so I just wanna I do wanna get this out of the way. I myself personally do not like the look of like tattoos and piercings and stuff, but I'm not gonna be that guy and say that nobody should have them.
You know,
And
I
respect
personally
that.
would never get a tattoo.
Yeah, I mean,
And I also respect that.
But not because I don't like the way it looks, but I'm too indecisive. I would get a tattoo 5 years later. I would not want it. Guaranteed.
No, definitely, and that's
I
think
got
that's something
the
that I wish
blue
more
mail.
people would think about before
So
they
now Link
modify
has a
their body
blue
in
tunic
certain
and a
ways.
yellow hat.
Yeah, and like I suspect that you gave it a lot of thought.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
And like honestly, if somebody like tattooed roses on my body, like I wouldn't be that mad about it.
they're quite beautiful. She's a wonderful artist, the person who's working on them.
Like if they tattooed like some words on it, I'd be pretty upset. Because words can.
That's actually a rule I have for my body. Like I love tattoos, but I never want to tattoo words on my body. Yeah. But no, I totally I completely respect if other people don't like them, and I'm speaking as somebody who has a bunch of tattoos and 11 piercings, and I completely I know that's not for everybody, and yeah, I'm not gonna expect everybody to think that it's awesome that I have that.
Yeah, and on my
I think it's kind of cool. I think it's cool. I just wouldn't get one myself.
And my other rule is that I can hide them all in some way with a button-up shirt and a
that's a good rule.
Yeah, and that I can take out my piercings in a way that you won't be able to see.
Personally, knowing how you are, I'm not surprised you have that rule for yourself.
Well, thanks.
Although Carrie, are you not gonna gauge your cheeks and get tattoo sleeves?
Well, I would love sleeves, but because you can still hide them. But no, I would not gauge my cheeks. Although I do.
Wouldn't be able to drink water or hold your breath underwater.
Right. That'd be nuts.
Or you really wouldn't be able to do a lot of things. If you started chewing something, it would just come out.
No, that's no, thank you.
I'm gonna gauge my stomach so I can just stick stuff in my stomach instead of eating it.
But saliva, there's the point that digestion starts in the mouth.
I think this is actually the weirdest the commentary has gotten so far.
Evan, you want to get your butt gauged with me?
No.
Wait, which part?
I don't care how easy you want to make anal. I'm not helping you with that.
No, that's not. No, I was gonna gauge my butt cheek, so I could
Wait.
I could store stuff in my butt cheek, you know.
You'll literally have junk in the trunk.
Wow. Carrie, are you okay?
Sorry, I'm really pleased.
I'm really pleased.
I truly am pleased at this moment.
We've reached a new level of humanity.
No, but what I was gonna say before is my philosophy is there's no point in complaining about people doing these things if yeah, there's no point in complaining about people doing these things because it's not they're gonna stop just because you don't like it.
Totally. And I think that's what my family thinks as well, because I know they're definitely not on board with how I choose to modify my body.
But the important thing is that the true meaning of Christmas is about giving, not getting.
Of course.
Give your friends as many tattoos on Christmas, with or without.
Please.
What?
Oh wait,
no,
just with consent.
No. You're not getting the spirit of Christmas here, Carrie.
Okay. Oh yes, it's about giving and not receiving.
Exactly. Yeah. Now you're getting it.
Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh man, fire rod. Am I right?
Yeah, fire rod. It has fire in it.
I think he said like Iditarod, and I was like, oh yeah. Got some dog sled racing to do too.
Yeah. Man, it's been a while since I've thought about the Iditarod.
You know, I just can't fucking imagine a situation in which you're just sitting there and you think about the Iditarod.
Is that still a thing? I mean, I'm assuming it is.
Oh yeah, it is.
I don't know why it wouldn't be. I just haven't thought about it in a while. And obviously, if I don't think about something often enough, it completely disappears from the planet.
Exactly. You know, my sister was like that for a while. She's like, if I never saw something happen, it didn't happen. And I was like, World War I didn't happen? And she was like, nope. And I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, hey, it's Krakow from Kirby.
Oh. Looks like cotton candy, but yes, it does look like that Kirby dude.
That Kirby dude.
That Kirby dude.
Oh, wait. I'm dumb.
Beautiful, Will. Beautiful.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I know.
man.
Isn't it the best boss theme ever?
Boss meat?
To be honest.
Yes, Will, that is exactly what I said.
I like how Evan gets mad at me. I mean, to be fair, I say dumb shit, like, really often.
And are you proud of that?
Yeah, probably.
So anyway, using the Cane of Burna, as you saw there, I made that boss an absolute joke.
Yeah, I felt like that went by in like 0.2 seconds.
Cause what that thing does is like it gives you a shield, so you're pretty much protected until your magic meter runs out, and then I can just start slashing away at them.
Slashing away. That reminds me of that like smartphone game from years ago. What was it called? Like Fruit Ninja or something?
Yes!
Oh, yeah.
Dude, I had to connect Fruit Ninja.
Oh my
what? That
God.
existed?
Both. It was actually really fun. Like
That's
the Star
right,
Wars,
Will
I had
used
the
to
Star
be
Wars game
Xbox
as well.
trash.
Yeah.
I had the Star Wars game, you know, like with the Dance Dance Revolution. No, not that one.
Star Wars Connect?
The Just Dance thing was
Okay, yes, that one.
but the Star Wars game, but it had the Just Dance mini game in it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that because there's a JonTron episode on it.
Yeah. And I had that, and I had Wipeout. You remember that ABC game show Wipeout?
Oh
yes,
my God,
I do.
yeah, I do.
So I had that game, and all of those games were like, yeah, okay, it was just cool.
Connect is honestly just a garbage add-on.
It really wasn't that great, but I had Connect Fruit Ninja, and I played the shit out of Connect Fruit Ninja. They had like the pomegranate where it was like you had to like strike it as many times as you possibly could.
Oh.
And so I like developed a technique to like do it super fast, but it ended up using my I used my chest muscles a lot, and so I played for like 4 hours, and the next day my chest was so fucking sore. Holy shit. But it was worth it.
Well, you know, there's a lot, like, Connect may have been a garbage add-on, but it doesn't get any better than Sonic Freeriders. That was a joke, thanks for coming. Also, I just want to point out that this episode went to talking about how much I hate ice physics, to talking about water levels, to talking about reproduction, to talking about childbirth, to talking about piercings and tattoos, to
Don't
talking
forget
about
gays.
Connect.
Oh yes. Cannot forget homosexuality.
Cannot forget the gays.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Don't apologize to me. Apologize to the gays.
Oh, I'm sorry, the gays. Next time on Smash Team
You're
Games.
forgiven.
Carrie's gay?
I'm their official spokesperson.
Oh, yeah?
Next time on Smash Team Games, something else will happen, I guess.